I'm finna crash out. Can't get rid of me, that's what they really mad about.
Crash out, crash out, crash out!
Get behind me, baby.
Hopefully ever ask.
That's the truth there. You know what I'm saying? Y'all want to fuck with us, right?
One more button.
That's what we tell you.
But I can't be because little bitch ass niggas like you want to fuck
Yo.
with me.
You want to fuck with a spicker, right?
We are back. Episode 28, Crash Out the Sitcom.
28.
What the fuck is up? I am your host with the most, the grossest uncle, Tio Val. This is my boy.
A Omega with the funky dope flavor, a.k.a. the funkle, the drunkle, the fail, ale, the fail. What's of all ales in the fail area?
Yeah.
How you like that?
I like that.
How you like me now? Yo, episode 28,
fuck.
man. That's a great thing, yo.
28 episodes, dude.
Man, Rolling Stone.
That's my message for the industry for the 2026.
This shit's
They're all gonna burn in
crazy,
hell.
dog. Man, this first fucking month of the new year.
It's
What the
crazy.
fuck is
I know.
going on, bro? Damn.
I've been hearing a lot of shit. Before we get into the actual show, crash outs of the week, right? What are the things that you've seen that you would personally crash out on? I heard one thing is that I guess Trump is dragging America through one of the biggest humiliation rituals ever created. That's a conspiracy that's online right now. And it kind of seems, I don't know. I really don't know what's going on as far as everything. and that's why we
There's
talk
so
about
much
it here
of
on the
everything
Crash
going
Out.
on.
There's so much false narratives. There's so much true shit going on. Sometimes the false narratives or the conspiracy theories, they turn out being true. So we like to mention this shit just to make sure that you guys have a brain of your own and you could think of this shit for yourselves and break it down with your own state of mind, your own consciousness, and your own beliefs, if you will.
Amen to that.
But yeah, I guess
I know some of y'all got to feel what this shit is going on here. You know what I'm saying? A lot of this shit is just some wrongdoing, some weird kind of fucking old school grunge and vendettas, first off.
from everybody.
And yeah, just because of your great didn't fucking conquer that. Oh, wow. Get the fuck over it.
That's basically what it seems like, right? It's like my great grandpa of a slave owner didn't conquer this land when he was running shit. So now that I have some kind of power, it's time for me to fulfill his dreams and become allies with the people that he wanted us to become allies with, or whatever.
It's crazy.
I really
It's
don't
just
understand
craziness
what's
there.
going on. It's really a scary time that we're living in.
And not to mention all these motherfuckers
What?
fucking posing as, agents and everybody, all these hate groups running to join the motherfucking DHS and fucking taking over the fucking yellow.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to be a part of yellow now because of the good old bonuses there. Fuck yellow.
Huh.
You know what I'm saying?
Let's get into that though, because I don't
But
even
that's-
know about that.
That's
Like,
just
what do
crazy,
what
though.
do
You know what I mean?
what do you mean by that?
I don't know. I just mean like fucking, fucking raza por raza. You're putting the fucking on raza. You're the enforcing raza there. The deport the raza.
Oh,
That's some
you're
bullshit.
talking about ICE,
dog.
right? Yeah.
Yellow, bro.
Oh yeah, the yellow.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
okay,
yeah,
I get it
yellow,
now. I
you know
get
what
it.
I mean?
I
Like,
thought that's what
you
you,
know-
meant
you
at
know-
first,
you
but then
know-
I was like, oh,
How you
is
do
he-
that to your brother, your sister, your abuelita, your tío, your
Yeah.
tía, you know what I mean? Abuelita,
No, you're
or
true.
the kid, or your nephew, or your nieto, or your nieta. Like, that's some shame.
And I even
That's crazy,
seen
dog.
I even
That's what
seen
I'm saying,
that
it's
they're
wild.
telling people to stay
Fucked up.
inside this weekend because ICE is going to be out very heavy and they're going to be picking people up. And
Oh, yeah, they're going to knock at your door. They'll kick in your door now. So, well, you know what? How do they do it there? Kick in the door, wave in the 4-4. Yeah, that's what it is, man. For
Yeah,
sure.
but
So
no,
a lot of-
it's a very scary time. Honestly,
month
they're
there?
even saying that cops can come to your door and say, "Oh, we just want to make sure that everybody's safe
this
in
is
your
an
house."
emergency call.
Yeah, and that's why they're able to come in. So I'm glad that I kind of live by myself for the most part because I'm gonna be like, the dog's fine. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like,
Yeah, I'm not in need of any emergency medical assistance.
emergical, yeah. I don't need no emergical.
motherfuckers there, yeah, because you guys are bringing up some magical scenario there that I'm not aware of. So fuck y'all.
Yeah. Yeah. So that was basically my crash out for the week is kind of like not understanding what the fuck is going on. And that really scares me because it seems like there's a lot of Republican this and Democrat that, but we both
Liberal this,
liberal
and
this and
independence,
independent that. Yeah, so it's
scary weird
it's a
times.
really weird, confusing time for politics, for religion, for
self-identity,
self-identity.
morals.
They're saying that AI. They had an interesting conversation with Andrew Tate, right? And they asked him, does he think AI would murder humans, right?
Oh, okay.
And he said, well, you got to think about this. Like AI has time on their hands, so what they would do is they would just wait, and they would just tell the algorithm to be filled with nothing but don't have kids type shit, right? So then that generation wouldn't have no kids, and then the generation after that would have no kids, and then after that to get rid of the rest of the people on the planet, because they're saying that they would need at least a few, like not the ones that would be like resistant to AI, but they said that they would need a few that would be like, you know, compliant slaves or whatever.
Show me
but
everything.
anyway, they're saying that that after doing that, where it would depopulated to have nobody having kids, right? It would jump into spewing all this stuff on the algorithm on the internet of depressing shit and
we're already there.
Social experiments to
We're already there.
urge people to kill themselves. Yeah,
we're already
so
there.
I think we're definitely living in that age right now. So if you guys definitely have your own brain and your own set of morals and your compasses somewhat straightened out and calibrated, this is the time for you to start really thinking for yourself, believing in yourself, believing in a higher power that's more positive than all the negativity that's been programmed to us from day one. And, you know, it's funny, they say the revolution won't be televised, right? But it's going to be on YouTube. It's going to be CrashOut the sitcom type shit. You know what I'm saying?
Is.
And that's where we
come into play.
That's where we come into play, and we pull a lot of our inspiration from some of these things that we see on the internet that damn, is that true?
We can't help but talk about it.
Yeah, let's talk about it. Let's see if it possibly could be true. If people are really that evil to do these certain types of things, or why would they do this for this certain person that passed away or what have you. So with that being said,
we're going to start the show.
Let's get into the fucking show.
Crash out, crash out.
The first thing on the list tonight, A$AP Rocky accused of sacrificing A$AP Yams. After the interview with Joe Budden, the internet is speculating, since he had ties with Michelle Lamy and Rick Owens, that he just hasn't been the same, and that it would be possible that he would do a sacrificial ritual to gain more power or more respect or more clout in the rap world or the fashion world or what have you.
Yeah.
Do you think that's true, Ao?
Well, I mean, Yams came up real quick. Like I mentioned a couple episodes back there, he had something really, really big going on with Polo at the time with Ralph Lauren. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They were doing some special collaborations there as far as, you know, an artist to designer industry artist collaboration there, which was kind of crazy there because we haven't seen anything like that in a long while. You know what I mean? Obviously, he had some niche into the fashion industry and just with, I guess, maybe people of capital and people that were possibly looking to invest.
Right.
So hence there, you know what I mean? Creating the A$AP squad.
Buzz,
you know what I mean?
The buzz.
The
right?
buzz for that
Yeah.
there, you know what I mean? Putting everybody on and getting everybody, you know what I mean, on top of that there and getting all the soldiers in line and, you know, follow through with their own individual, you know, niche in it there. But again, too, we always have to have somebody that's going to be a star, you know, this and that. Then you're going to have some other people that fall in line under and that also make you money there.
Yeah. So it's so either Rocky is a rap superstar Satanist or the internet just turned grief into fan fiction once again. A$AP Yams, Steven Rodriguez, was a founding member of A$AP Mob and had close friends / mentorship to A$AP Rocky before his death in 2015 at the age of 26. Rocky and the collective continue to honor Yams' legacy through annual Yams Day events and tributes and interviews and performances. Recent 2026 coverage about Rocky focuses on new music, ongoing career, and other personal, professional topics, but the internet says different. The day after A$AP Rocky started being mentored by Michelle Lamy and Rick Owens, known Satanist fashion designers, that's when things started to take a little bit of a turn, and he was even kind of admitting it that yeah, they do have Satanist stuff on their wall, but I've never seen him do Satan shit. Like he's kind of like dancing around the narrative of like, you know what I mean? Like if you're hanging out with these people, like, and that's what I always say on most episodes. Like I don't know if some of these conspiracies are true, like the Jay-Z, Beyonce type shit, right? Because we don't hang out with these people every day. The Diddy, the R. Kelly stuff, we don't hang out with these people every day, so we don't really know for a fact what they do. But then we have people like A$AP Rocky and Travis Scott who have definitely hung out with Michelle Lamy and Rick Owens for longer than just a day. You would see something. You know what I mean?
See the little witch one, right?
And the one with like the black fingers.
Yeah, she's the
and
little witchy.
She has like black teeth and like gems and jewels.
She always around the celebs, dog.
Well, they say that she's like the celebrity industry handler, like literally, like as far as like Madonna, like the big ones, Jay-Z, Kanye, Travis
Oh,
Scott.
she keeps them in line.
Yeah,
She's the one that keeps them in line. She's the motherfucking. Let's just put it like this, man.
go off.
That's the bottom bitch right there, yo.
Yeah.
She gonna keep the motherfucking hoes
hoes
in
in
line.
line. Yo.
Straight the fuck up, man.
And,
that's the bottom bitch.
And whether she does it with fear or manipulation or bribery or even witchcraft, who knows? You know what I'm saying?
Tactics work, man.
Whatever she does,
You got
she
strong
keeps them
faith,
in
and
line.
she's trying to fuck with you there. She'll probably say, you're going to fucking get crazy. You know what I mean? Especially if you fucking let yourself believe it.
Fuck with the witch, you get the broomstick.
That's what I'm just saying, though. Fuck that. So, but yeah.
I definitely think that there is truth to this. Like, if people are speculating that artists have to sacrifice,
I would like to see more.
people that they're close to or people that they love or people that they're related to in order to get to that other level of stardom. It isn't hard to believe that someone like A$AP Rocky, who was, wasn't doing too well, song wise, release wise, until he started getting back with Rihanna and having babies, and now he's back in the limelight, and now he's like the number one talked about topic. We're even talking about him, but we're going under the surface. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we do here at Crash Out the Sitcom. We want to bring it up. We want to bring it to your attention. What do you think? So type in the comments. What do you think? You think A$AP Rocky is part of the Satanist club and he's out here sacrificing his homies to get more clout, to get more deals, more popularity, more energy?
Or you think they just trying to fuck with his, credibility and his notability there? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
As far as being an icon and, being a multimillionaire, living and loving and having children with Rihanna there, which is another one there. So,
Yeah, shout out to Riri.
Money on money there. So, a lot of stuff going on. I mean,
But then
let us know that.
I've even heard conspiracies that A$AP Rocky is being handled by Rihanna. You know what I mean? Like that, like Rihanna is so rich that she's like, yeah, I'll buy A$AP Rocky. Yeah, he's mine. I'll make sure that I have those good genes to have kids with. But whenever he does something wrong, I'm gonna treat him like I'm gonna call Michelle Lamy over and we'll cast a spell on him.
Sounds like some Playboy Cardi Iggy shit.
They ever catch that witch that escaped from the zoo and punch you in the eye? Just kidding.
Nah. Man, nah. Shit happens.
Moving along. DMX is to be ordained as a minister after his death. Fuck that. His family don't even want this shit. Pretty much nothing says rest in peace like paperwork you didn't ask for, right?
What do you mean?
So after DMX's death, there's a church. I forgot the name of it. Let's see. It's an AME Zion Church in Tarrytown, New York.
Okay.
They want to ordain DMX posthumously after his death as an ordained minister. Yeah, they want him to be an ordained minister. Then the family's like, we didn't ask for this. Why are you doing this? We don't like you. You guys didn't even like my husband when he was around or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like
What are they going to do? Like grab all of his old sermon recorded things and make a book with it and see it at church?
That's the part I don't get.
Like read it at church and do it like the, page 23.
What would be really fucked up and what
I kinda
and
understand
if we
what the
know
fuck that
anything
is,
about
dog.
the industry and how they exploit death, right? And how people's legacies after they pass away, I should say, I guarantee they're gonna try to make a hologram of DMX, and they're gonna just have him in a church, and they're gonna they're gonna spin the narrative like, oh, who wants to see DMX the preacher in church, and that's a way to make money off of DMX now that he's gone, right? Because
Yahweh's coming now.
well, we got to think, when Tupac died, he left behind a lot of music that was able to be released after his death, right?
Right.
DMX not so much. He
He was in debt.
he was in debt. He was still recording his last album when he died, so he didn't have like that much in his arsenal to where they could be like, oh, let's drop
in his
a
vault.
Machiavelli 12.
Yeah,
the
he didn't have
DMX
anything
version.
in his music vault.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? He didn't save and stock up on that
So
because he was heavy.
what better way to exploit DMX than to ordain him as a minister and use his firm belief in God and exploit that, and we see that happen with the industry all the time. So I don't doubt that they're gonna try to pull off some kind of weird ass, janky ass, bullshit ass.
I don't see it. I don't see it passing, especially with the entertainment lawyers there or somebody to come in and tell them, hey, the family even, you know what I mean? There's some good lawyers out there and be like, you know what? These folks don't got a case. You know what I'm saying? Like, hopefully, and I know that ain't gonna pass, dog.
Yeah, their excuse is the ordination is going to be recognizing his faith journey that he shared publicly, including prayers on his albums. And you're right. And his desire to serve God before his death in April 2021 at age 50.
That's the only way they would do that.
But still, his family says that they don't want it.
Yeah,
They do not accept it.
That's for us.
That's very exploitative of DMX's legacy, just because he was really a faithful man of God that doesn't give anybody the right to just be like, oh, let's call this guy a ordained minister and make money
After he's gone.
And
After he's gone.
not only make money off of the ticket sales that they would probably get if they were to do this, but then guarantee they're going to pass that fucking plate around at the end of the service, right? Every fucking time. And
Just like putting it in.
I thought you were giving me something else off.
Put it in, folks. Put it in.
Yeah,
you know what I
that's
mean?
all
Lock
they
the
see
doors.
is the money. You know
Lock
what I'm saying?
the doors.
Yeah, so fuck that shit. We're definitely proud of DMX's family for saying no to that shit. We definitely
dog.
support that shit here at CrashOut the Sitcom. And we do not support anybody making money off of any of these rappers that are on my walls or any of these superstars that are on these walls.
And especially with the, you know what I mean, trying to use the faith card. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like trying to do
that's
that.
what they do.
We understand that your intentions are good there, by saying, oh yeah, well this and that and this is for that, but you're still making residuals off of that.
No, the intentions
so.
sound nice.
Yeah.
They're not good. They just sound good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like it's like dangling a carrot in front of a horse. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah, it's good there, but it's gonna make you feel bad after. You know what I mean?
yeah, like
gonna
a
have to pay
shit
for
covered
it.
carrot. Yeah, a shit covered carrot in front of a horse. I should have said. Yeah,
That's
so,
crazy.
Yeah, fuck that shit. DMX, rest in peace.
R.I.P.D.
And we hope that you remain resting in peace and not on some exploitive fucking hologram somewhere in some church in New York. You know what I mean?
Nope.
Yeah. All right. Moving along. This one's crazy. You brought this one up to me. Chad Hugo from the Neptunes. Everybody knows Chad Hugo, right? The Chinese sidekick to Pharrell.
No.
But now he's suing Pharrell when the beats were futuristic and the business was prehistoric. Yes, Chad Hugo has sued Pharrell Williams on January 23rd, 2026. Hugo filed a lawsuit accusing his longtime Neptunes partner of withholding royalties, hiding financial records, and self-dealing through their shared business entities. Hugo claims he's owed hundreds of thousands to over $1 million, including money tied to NERD's 2017 album, No One Ever Really Dies. And the lawsuit also references an ongoing trademark dispute that began in 2024, where Hugo challenged Pharrell's attempt to claim sole ownership of the Neptunes name. Pharrell's camp says an accounting review is underway and the case is active and unresolved.
Yeah. Well, I would definitely say, which I always do, Pharrell has a lot of explaining to do. You know what I mean?
Bro, and at this point,
he's got some
Pharrell
explaining to
Pharrell
do
has
there.
bank right now,
Dude,
dog.
that
Like,
cat made.
he's
He was a
been
$1 million beat guy. I mean, let's take that into account.
$1 million for one beat, and that
Beginning.
was even at the beginning of their state at their fucking when they were fucking recording for the Alcoholics and
Britney.
NORE and Britney Spears.
Yep.
They're definitely getting $1 million a beat, and then
Usher.
and then what happens after that? You know, Snoop's Drop It Like It's Hot. Even the Neptunes album, the Neptunes Presents, right? Remember that shit? That shit was fire as fuck.
Yeah,
I
the
remember,
black and white, right, with the silver.
yeah.
Yeah.
And
That was a great album.
And I remember
man.
it had this one song from Snoop Dogg that it was called "It Blows My Mind," and it had this crazy ass beat on it. And then they redid it and got rid of that song, and I can't find that shit anywhere, dog.
Really? They yanked it? I hate it when they do that, dog.
Yeah, like,
They're like, no, we're going to put this in the vault. You're never going to hear it.
and I think
ever,
that
ever."
song was better. But anyway, so we know for a fact that Pharrell, he has been on every single Despicable Me soundtrack. He's produced the whole thing and the whole fucking score for each movie. That's literally like what, $5 million each
stupid
movie
money,
type shit.
dog.
You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, Pharrell, fork over what you owe Chad, bro.
Hey, bro,
Like,
bro.
Like
Hey, you
if
might not
me and
be-
A Omega, once we start getting these $1 million checks, there's no way in hell that's gonna be in the back of my head if I'm ever trying to split money and take a bigger chunk just because, you know what I'm saying, or hide records or financial receipts or whatever the fuck
It
that
doesn't
you're
lie.
hiding.
I mean, the work lies. I mean, work fucking doesn't lie. You know what I mean? He was supposed to be paid for over 50 studio sessions.
And if you guys have ever been
Adding up
in a studio
that.
session, like if you're really trying to put a hit together,
They
you're,
could last
you're in
days,
that shit
weeks,
for like
months.
yeah,
Months.
and it's not cheap to be in a studio like
Of quality.
Baseline Studios or whatever the fuck, or whatever big studios that are in New York or LA. It's like $150 to $10,000 an hour, depending on where you're at. You know what I mean?
Engineer time. Who are you hiring?
Yep. Making the beat, that takes time. I've seen people
Live band?
take 6 hours to make one beat, and they're using like just beat machines and pianos. Imagine when you call in a live band.
Yeah.
Like, and then you have to wait for the live band to set up.
You got to wait for the artist to warm up, huh? No.
Time's still ticking, and the money's still getting ran up. When that bill comes from the studio, it's going to be $1 million by itself. So yeah, dude, definitely get your guys' financial record straight.
Pay the brother
Make
off,
some more dope beats if you guys can ever reconcile this. You know, the Neptune sound is always going to be Chad and Pharrell. Pharrell's new sound is more just like, what is it, like skateboard P type shit. You know what I mean? Like that's his sound, right?
Cause I'm happy.
But together, dog, like together they have that fucking. Yeah, like when you add those certain elements to the beat, like, and there's two people vibing that shit out, you're definitely gonna make a hit. Like Pharrell's kind of being stingy right now, bro. Quit being stingy, Pharrell.
Don't last
You're
forever.
being a bitch.
Don't last forever.
Oh fuck.
Man.
All right. This is the last thing we're gonna talk about for this section, and then we're gonna jump into the good, bad, the ugly, and bizarre of New Mexico.
Everybody's favorite.
Bro, stay with me on this, or don't. This one's kind of unhinged, right?
This is crazy, dog.
they're
Especially
saying-
for all you 40s and 30-year-olds and 40-year-olds. This is gonna fuck with you just a little bit, yo.
The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is said to be based on the reality of reptiles living underground and feasting on pizza. And we all know by now what pizza means in Illuminati talk. It means children, right? So
Fucking weird, dog.
the similarities and the situations all the way down to the episode where you told me about this, where the turtles, they put on humanoid masks
Yes,
to
it's
hide
it's
their
the
true
90s
identity.
one. Yeah, dude.
Does this sound familiar? Every
Dude.
politician, every actress,
Did you guys see
every
that one?
singer, every rapper we've seen with the little baggy neck.
Yeah, yeah.
and they have to fix themselves, and then their eye twitches like a gecko.
Yes.
Have you seen that shit?
It's crazy to see those little masks when they do that. They readjust. You know what I mean?
They said Rihanna has one. They say like it's not like half of these people that they say that we think are them on TV have been infiltrated by the
Big
Teenage
time.
Mutant Ninja Turtles. No, I'm just kidding. Not by the turtles themselves, but by similar reptilian specienoids or whatever the fuck they
The
had.
Draconians.
Oh, the Draconians. There you go. Yeah, those fuckers. And they're saying that the cartoon was based off that, kind of like on a Simpsons tip where it's like, well, we told you.
Mm-hmm.
We told you there's reptiles under the ground eating kids, and you guys didn't believe us. But now you guys,
Always
now
ordering
you
the
guys are starting to
pizza.
find that shit out. Susanna Martinez ordering pizza.
Cowabunga, dude.
Bill Clinton ordering pizza. Oprah Winfrey ordering pizza. Seth Green. Ooh, that's where we keep the children. All these little stories that we see online, and we just scroll past them day by day. I and A Omega decide to stop and put all those pieces together as one big fucking puzzle and bring it to you guys. And this is actually believable, right? Like
It's crazy, dude.
I think that I've seen enough to believe that there might be a ground hole, right? Like a hole in the ground that goes under to a whole another world.
Subterranean.
Subterranean. It has its own ecosystem.
Mm-hmm.
Who's to say that's not where these fuckers are coming from? And the best way to get into our sewer lines is being underground already, right? So, like, who's to say that they're not coming from where they're at, going underground, preying on little kids like fucking It, the first It movie, where he's like, hey, Georgie, come into the you know what I'm saying? Like,
Dad told me not to talk to strangers.
yeah, dog, like, all this shit ties in together, bro.
Now we're friends.
And I honestly think that it's time for everybody to kind of like really just stop and think. Like, it almost made me want to burn all my Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle action figures.
Man, that cartoon, when you see the cartoon, dog,
Yeah.
like when I actually, you know what I mean? I saw that shit online and somebody actually played the fucking actual original skit of that fucking thing. And they threw on, you know, the masks that everybody throws on, those fucking, you know, the see-through fucking shiesties now
Yep.
with the face printed on them. These motherfucking Ninja Turtles did that in the cartoon back in the day, dog.
In the 80s, dog.
Yeah. And I was like, nah, Spica. And then he played it again, and I was like, yo. And then they started walking around, talking around, looking like fucking Sleepy Joe and all these other fucking politicians. And I was like, damn, that's crazy, dog. Like, wild.
On that note, we're going to take a break. When we come back,
Y'all go
we're going
check
to
that
talk
out.
about the good, the bad, the ugly, and the bizarre of New Mexico. I am your host with the most, the grossest uncle, Tio Val. This is my boy.
Hey, Omega with the funky dope flavor, a.k.a. the Funk of the Drunk, will crash it out on all of y'all. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Peace out.
Crash out, crash out, crash out!
Goofily ever after.
Funky animals.
I fucking love our intro.
Little
Spickers like you wanna fuck with a spicker,
We're
right?
back. Episode 28, Crash Out the Sitcom.
28 creeping up on it. Weren't we just at 20?
We were just at 1.
Man, 1, that seemed like it was yesterday.
Yeah, it was.
Man, we got
We're
into some
zooming
good
through
shit.
this shit, dog. 28 episodes. That makes 56 episodes total of podcasting in the past 7.5, 8 months. Shit's
going.
crazy, bro. We're just gonna keep going. We're gonna bring you episodes every fucking week for the rest of your fucking lives. So get used to it. This episode is brought to you by Polite Smoke Shop, the dopest smoke shop in Albuquerque, New Mexico, right there on San Mateo, right before you hit Lomas. And it's also brought to you by
Bizcochitos, they're one of the best edibles in New Mexico. Not to mention, it's not just an edible cookie, it's the state cookie.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying? And yo, I mean, some of these folks there, you know, I gotta say, you know what I mean? If you're a heavy edible person there, you know what I mean? check it out. You know what I mean? They're really good there for sure. If you're lightweight, I'm gonna say they're gonna be right up your alley. Like if you're looking for something really nice and smooth and mellow, go check it out there, folks. You know what I mean? Check it out at all Cookies locations there for sure. I mean, the only one is Albuquerque.
Yeah,
So
Cookies, New Mexico.
Go hit it up. Go plug it up.
We're the first Cookies in Cookies, New Mexico. So just so you know, I don't think I've ever seen, even when we went to San Francisco, we went to the Denver Cookies.
Yep.
We didn't see
Beverly,
no,
what did we do? What was the other one? Was it Beverly there? Where was it? It wasn't Beverly Hills there. What the fuck was the other place? It was in LA there too. You know what I mean? And
I forgot. But
it was in a bougie district, remember?
oh, that's when we went to go get the doggy bag or whatever.
That's the one where they had like all the bougie cars and all the nice palm trees and all this shit. It was like we were definitely out of place for that.
Yeah, it was
You know what
funny.
I'm
I was
was like
standing in
boutique.
line for the doggy bag for like 3 hours. Right, they're dropping this doggy bag strain from Snoop at Cookies in LA, and we were standing there so long that they almost towed B's car. Remember? And I had to tell the fucking.
Oh
people,
no, that's the other location. Yeah, that's the time when we went for 420.
Oh yeah. Okay.
That's the time for 420, cuz.
Yeah, that was the LA Cookies, and then somewhere we went somewhere.
Yeah,
else.
that other place there, but yeah, I'll forget about that. But the Cookies one that you talking about,
Maybe it's Santa Monica or something. I don't know.
we was fucking down over there, man, and there was like tow trucks fucking rolling left and right. My speaker went inside to get like a cup of coffee because he's like, hey, I don't drink. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
I
he
do
was buying coffee
and-
after coffee just so we could stay in that parking lot.
And they were like, no, you buy too many coffee, you go. And they were like, fuck, we gotta go. So we called this speaker. He been in line for like 2.5 hours there.
I was almost
And it
there.
was like the gate was locked and he had a couple more mazes to go through and shit. Like, you know,
I hate
like
those lines
TSA.
too. And I was kind of ready to leave too. So when you guys said, hey, we got to go because they're about to tow B shit. And I was like, fuck, how am I going to get out of here? And I had to tell the security guard, I was like, my wife's having a baby. And I'm like, I don't even have a wife that was having a baby, but they let me out the gate and I was able to get out just in time. So
What do you mean? The funny shit was everybody was fucking clapping for
Oh,
your
yeah.
ass. Everybody's like, I'm about to have a kid. And they let him out because nobody was supposed to leave out the gate. So this motherfucker, everybody started clapping for him. And I'm just like, everybody started clapping for the nigga that wasn't over there with his wife in the emergency
And they're probably
room.
just
And he
clapping.
buying some weed. Like,
they're
that's
just
the
clapping because I was
craziest-
getting out of line. And they're like, fuck yeah, one less spica in line.
That's the craziest, most absurd shit. I would have been like, damn, this nigga buying weed and his wife pregnant in the emergency room. Like, yo, what the fuck, yo? This is then like
gonna be
everybody
a
felt and
father.
started cheering for you and shit. I'm
Again,
like,
for the
man.
third time, it's a visible baby. Thank you for letting me out the gate. All right, let's go. All right, for sure.
That's some fucking shit.
Moving along, the good, the bad, the ugly, and the bizarre of New Mexico. Finally, a sport that understands that vibes matter. Glow-in-the-dark baseball is set to hit Albuquerque in October. Black lights, glowing jerseys. Shots are gonna be fired. It's just gonna be super dope as fuck. I remember you were telling me that like other cities were doing this shit, right?
Yeah. Other cities, I've seen some other cities are partaking in this kind of events there for sure. Looks super dope. You know what I mean? It gives a chance to everybody to, you know, put on their neon fucking orange and green shoes with the white jerseys and, you know, the real vibrant colors. And, you know, they changed the white lights in the stadiums on the top to the blue lights, purple lights there. Looks cool. You know what I mean? Most of the balls are either white or yellow. So, you know, you got a good attention to where the ball's
Or like
going,
hot
you know, as
pink
far
or
as like
hot orange or
yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
That's cool.
So I'm like, that's tight there for sure. You know what I mean? With the shots fired there, shit, man, you're gonna have to start fucking coloring your bullets with colored shells.
I'm gonna paint
and
my
shit.
gun with that
Looking
white.
like Joker and
yeah,
shit.
like you know, like that white paint that you have to charge in the sun and then it just glows.
Oh
all night.
yeah, that solar.
Yeah, I'm gonna paint my gun in
reactive.
that. Paint my bullets in that, and let's go Albuquerque. I'll meet you there. Also,
Locos.
yeah,
Crazy. But that's gonna be a fun thing for October there. You know what I mean? Just to go trip out because I don't ever think anybody in Albuquerque has experienced that yet.
I think
Which
we've
would be
only,
nice.
We've only done like maybe like glow in the dark paintball or like laser
Golf.
tag or golf. Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Some stuff like that, like
Hockey.
Galaxy golf or
Yeah.
whatever the fuck.
Bowling.
Yeah.
So that'd be cool outdoors, you know what I mean? Something nice for October there, you know what I mean? Definitely give you that Halloween kind of vibe, you know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
Which is cool. So right on, something to look forward to. Y'all go check that out there online. Other cities doing it there. Something you, especially if you're involved in sports like baseball, you know what I mean, around that time, might be something you might be interested in.
We should dress in all white and go like I'm talking like white tees, white pants, the long white belt. Like
Yeah, fucking
like
right,
if we're
dog.
going, like if
What do
we're-
you mean? And we smoking blunts, we ain't gonna make
like
it out
if we're
the
going
car.
to the beach, water park, dog. Like
The beach water park. I'm gonna be a Coco Cabana in Rio de Janeiro and shit.
All right.
White linen.
Another good in New Mexico, education without lifelong debt. That's kind of rare for New Mexico. Big W. UNM and community college expanding free tuition programs, education access, improving for low income and first gen students. Super dope.
Nice.
Super good.
Yeah.
Super happy for New Mexico for that one for sure. It's finally good to see that they're putting all the tax money towards education and getting us off that list for the worst educated people in the United States. You know what I'm saying?
And some people just need a fresh start.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Some people just need to, you know what I mean? Maybe they were unenthused there with whatever life was throwing at them at that time when they were trying to really grasp on their education there. You know, people do change. You know what I mean? And then the second time around there, you know what I mean? Maybe these certain individuals are really gonna follow through. And, you know, we can't lose faith and hope that people can change. You know what I mean? Because people can.
Yeah.
People can change all the time there. You know what I mean? Sometimes they just need a good little mental wake up there, or they just need some resources and some funding there to actually better themselves.
Yeah, it's sad to say that most people don't even change until something traumatic happens in their life, and that's something.
It's
that
a sad
we need,
truth there.
We need to change for sure.
Yeah. I mean, let's help these folks out right now before we see them go down a destructive path.
All right.
So,
The bad in New Mexico, every year they promise reform. Every year the lawsuits come back. Foster care and CYFD scandals resurface again. New lawsuits claiming abuse and neglect under state supervision. I definitely have seen a lot of this happen in the 17 plus years that I've worked in mental health. I've worked with a lot of different age groups, starting with preschoolers all the way up to geriatrics, right? But when I was working with the teenagers specifically, or even the adolescents, right? It was apparent that if they didn't it's kind of like the same everywhere, right? Like you go to the hospital, right? Any hospital, and you start being like that demanding asshole or whatever the fuck, or kind of just being like stern about what you want to do and what you don't want to do.
right.
They kind of target you, and
You're being difficult.
you either get like the
Shunned.
shun treatment where no one gives a shit about what's going on, which is abuse and neglect, or you get that treatment where everyone's picking on you, prodding on you, and trying to piss you off,
Test
and
your limits.
provoke you, so that way they can have a reason to chart on you at the end of the night, so they can keep you here longer and fuck with your meds even longer and all that kind of shit. So this is the kind of shit that needs to stop. I've even seen a therapist when we had to put this kid in a restraint one time for throwing trays and knives and stuff at people in the lunchroom. The fucking therapist gouged the fucking kid's eye with his thumb, bro.
What?
And then when I said something about it, I got fired. And then I went to another place, and then the kids were all the kids were super pissed because their meds were getting experimented on, pretty much like, oh, let's try this, let's try this.
Oh,
let's
they're
try this.
Molotoving them, huh?
Yeah, and seeing what would work and what didn't work, but in the process of that, upsetting the kids, creating an unhealthy chemical imbalance in their brain to where they acted out and then got put in restraint and then got charted on and got kept there longer.
Right.
And it seems like you said this before the show, that the hospitals seem to like to have that revolving door effect where, oh yeah, we're going to pretend that you're good enough. We send you out, but we know that we didn't fully equip you with the tools that you needed to succeed. So
To survive.
you'll be back next week. And then we get paid double again. And then we get a chart and keep you here even longer than you were here last time. So now you're doubling our profits for us. Thank you so much, kid. You know what I mean?
We love insurance.
Yeah, it's just
Thank you, insurance.
yeah, there's so much
Insurance.
and it all has to go down with insurance, and after a while we're gonna start hearing
Crooks by the book.
yeah, we're gonna start hearing a lot of this. And then we're gonna hear a lot of this.
I can't calm down. I'm going to be indicted. Indicted! I'm going to flip out. Get behind me, baby.
Funky misanthropic animals.
And honestly, that's what makes That's what makes the crash out, right?
And the CYFD and everything like that there too, you know what I mean? These young kids, you know what I mean? They've gone from, their parents not being around there. Their parents have waived their right. Now they're with these other foster
and that's a
parents that
form of
nobody
neglect.
fucking even knows who they are and how
Right.
they treat their peoples and how they do their thing.
And sometimes these I've even seen this, like where the foster families, they have like 9 or 10 different clients, right? As the people that they take care of on a daily, that they house like 24/7, and they get fat checks for that shit.
Right. They
And
get
then-
all the funding. They get all the necessary resources there. They get the WIC. They get the SNAP.
But
They get the health care.
But they give them the bare minimum, you know what I mean? You walk into some of these houses and Johnny's wearing the same outfit 20 days in a row.
Yes.
He smells like pee. He smells like feces.
Two pairs of jeans there, 2 shirts there, just not
so-
clean for 2-3 days, and then wash them, and then what do you wear? Well, the other one for 2-3 days, and then
And then the worst ones is like when the foster parents, they have kids that they've actually birthed, they treat those kids and spend all the money on those kids while all the other kids get the bare minimum.
You're not for me.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you're not my lineage.
You're not
there.
my brother. You're not my
Yeah.
sister. You're gonna get the fucking Cheerios, and I get the
And then
fucking-
even the CYFD fucking employees at some of these other places there.
yeah.
You know what I mean? That's another scandal in itself, and scamming them as well.
Well, and then they don't do proper wellness checks, right? Like,
Right.
When they pulled up to that one kid's house, and the kid was like, I think the kid actually called in the call, right?
Like my mom, right?
Yeah,
Didn't
my
you say
mom, my mom
Yeah.
and her boyfriend are hurting me. So then they showed up, but they looked around for like 2.5 seconds or whatever, and they deemed it safe for the kid to be there.
And they took off.
And they left, and then later on that night, the mom Eska kicked the kid, and he hit his head on the bed, and then he died instantly
Yep.
from the brain injury. And it's like, you literally could have saved this kid from dying just by off of the complaint that you got. You should have extracted that kid from the house for 24 hours per protocol in certain situations like this, and then figured out what was really going on in the home.
I would have called another family member to come and pick up the child.
Yeah, and
know
then
what I mean?
and then do a thorough investigation, and then deem it safe for him to be in that
Yeah,
household.
come by, keep the kid. We're not. For them there, I know what it is to have the kid in the back of the cop car there, you know what I mean? And everybody's getting flipped out, you know what I mean? But if a family member has the kid in the vicinity in a vehicle themselves there,
Right.
I would think that would be a good little protocol, just so that way you can do a real more detailed and follow-up inspection of what's really going on in that household.
For real.
You know what I mean? Okay, you're drinking, you're smoking, you're cracking, you're mething, you're lighting, you're injecting, what the fuck's really going on? You know what I mean? You got pill bottles everywhere,
Before I burn in hell!
Yeah, it's really bad in New Mexico. We need to really step it up. A lot of these
Protect our kids.
A lot of these kids are suffering because of, people. And I get it. Like you go to Walmart and it's easy to get one over on the cashier because she's jaded, right? So you don't scan the puppy chow on the bottom, right? Because she's jaded. That's the same way some of these workers are too. And it takes a special kind of person to work with mentally challenged kids or kids that have been through the ringer. You know what I'm saying? Like they have trust issues. They have conflicting battles that they go through every day that prohibit them from creating healthy relationships with people or whatnot.
Yeah.
And instead of taking advantage of that shit, New Mexico, let's do better. It's already bad enough that the parents have left them there neglected already and signed over their rights for somebody else to supervise their kids like Big Brother and experiment with their brain with these medications. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And not to mention there, folks, there, you know what I mean? The younger folks there that have real disabilities, you know what I mean? They're wheelchair or bedridden or anything like that. You know what I mean?
Right.
Well, they don't talk about that there most of the time. They always talk about, the elderly abuse there. You know what I mean? Bed sores not being tended to there. You know what I mean? Malnourishment there. You know what I mean? Some of these folks, these kids that are autistic there and also maybe even nonverbal.
Right.
We need to really take into consideration these are the special needs kids that we need to focus on here.
And if you're
in the
gonna apply to take care of them, you need to have that patience going in there with that. You can't just be like, oh, I'm having a bad day. Fuck this kid. I'm gonna get him in trouble all day. And
yeah, I'm gonna
you know what I
I'll
mean?
do his
Like-
meds. I'm gonna sedate the kid
yeah. Oh yeah. I'm gonna,
at the CYFD place. There,
I'm
sedate you.
gonna tell the nurse that this kid is acting up, so that way she can give him something so he can just fall asleep, so I don't have to deal with it. Like that's
Yeah.
not what we're doing here. You guys really
Give him an
need to-
Ativan.
You guys really need to sit down and have a positive rapport with these kids, or else they're never gonna trust anybody.
You need to break their barrier there. You need to be their friend.
Yeah.
You know, you got to penetrate
Pause.
the soul.
All right, the good, bad, the ugly in New Mexico. We're going into the ugly right now. When nobody's watching the cage, chaos runs it. Prison understaffing leading to inmate deaths, guards quitting, lockdowns extended, violence rising inside the facilities. I've been seeing a lot of this lately on the news. I believe understaffing across America, it's not only due to like the lazy generation, but it also has to do a lot with the drugs and the addiction that people are addicted to. This fentanyl shit and this meth shit. There's fentanyl and all the drugs that you guys think you're doing. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
It's tough.
it's a really crazy time to be alive in New Mexico and the rest of the world when it comes to, you know, we all started smoking bud and we just stayed smoking bud. You know what I mean? There's people that we know that went off and did the most, you know. It started off with Woodstock, peace and harmony, acid, mushrooms, and weed. And then gradually, you know, heroin was in the picture, cocaine came in, and then methamphetamines, and now we're in this fentanyl era where everybody's like literally
Folded like a quesadilla.
Yeah, it looks like they're sucking their own dick on the corner, or
Fucking weird, man.
or they walk into a store and they smell like they just
Burnt tire.
came back from a burnt tire fucking festival or some shit like.
Burning tire, man.
Yeah, burning tire man, like burning Michelin man or whatever.
Weird, weird.
Yeah, it's just really bad, and that's where the understaffing is. Or that's my point, is that a lot of this drug addiction has led to nobody wanting to work, or them even falling into that groove of, why do I want to go work when I could stand on this corner and make $600 a day, and that's enough for me to get high. I'm good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
And save my money and live in a tent.
yeah, and it's really
Underneath the bridge
it's turning America,
downtown.
and it's turning everybody that's addicted to drugs lazy as fuck and crazy as fuck at
Yeah.
that.
So nobody wants to go to work there, especially in the, you know what I mean, the fucking prison systems there. You know what I mean? Like, it's fucked up. It's crazy there. You know what I mean? Understaffed there.
And the inmates in 2026, I'm pretty sure they're crazy as fuck. You know what I'm saying?
And the deaths there that are going on, I mean, it's fucking crazy there. I mean, and it's not just New Mexico per se. We're just talking about inmate deaths there across the country there within the prison system itself there, folks. You know what I mean? No, we're not pinpointing anybody. We're not pointing a specific name. We're just saying there, you know, a lot of these COs are bringing in a lot of this shit there in certain places there. You know what I mean? If they don't have that CO no more, let's say CO fucking Chuck Willery fucking got fucked up there, right?
Yeah,
Okay, he got, you know, he quit the job because he knew he was going to fucking, you know, might as
caught
well,
up,
first
yeah.
rat to desert a sinking ship there, not going to get caught, right? But, you know, that fucking person that he used to supply into the prison is sick. You know what I mean? And what happens? When you get sick like that there, when you don't have your dope there, you usually tend to overdose or die.
Yeah, they think that they can go back to that same dose that they were doing when they were addicted, and then they instantly pass away. I've had a friend that happened.
Yeah. It's like alcoholic there. Yeah, I used to drink a fifth a day. I can drink a fifth a day. I've been clean for 5 years. No. No.
You're gonna definitely go through the shakes
do it.
and the withdrawals that come with it. You might shit yourself a couple times.
You're going to
like-
get immediately sick there.
Yeah,
You're going to
for sure.
regret it there.
But you know, anything is possible. You know, people can come out of addiction. People can come out of alcoholism. People can come out of anything that they put their mind. And I know it sounds cliche, but like literally, your brain is so powerful. If you tell yourself you're dumb, you're gonna start being dumber. You tell yourself you're smart, or I do this with my kids a lot. I tell them they're the smartest kids I've ever met, and I tell them that every single time I see them. And lo and behold, a couple years go by and they do something that I would never even picture myself even doing at their age. Then I'm like, fuck yes, it works. You know what I mean? Like, it's just the power of speaking life to things or speaking death to things is what I guess I'm trying to get at. I don't know. I might have went a little bit off topic, but it's just the power of positivity and the power of your brain is something that is very special. And I think that if a lot of people were to realize the power that they hold, they wouldn't be as depressed to go to the streets to do drugs, or they would be able to use the coping skills needed they can to get over the traumas that they've been through. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's
Do a
just
lot of things.
Yeah. Sorry, I might have went off on a little tangent or whatever, but like it's just that was like the mental health counselor, I guess, coming out of me or whatever. But
Therapist.
yeah, same difference. You know, it's just we really want to see what we talk about and what we say and how we say it affect people in a positive way. We're never trying to bring this stuff up to down anybody, but
Never.
but to always, you know, are your favorite rappers evil? Are your favorite actresses or actors evil? You know, we throw it up in the air because it's a possibility, and we decide to talk to you guys about it week by week because we think it's a important thing to do is to bring everybody down to an even playing field. We're all human. No human should ever idolize another human. We should always be seeking for that better enlightenment, you know, the better of ourselves and being a better people and such like that, you know. So that's basically what I got to say.
That was beautiful.
What do you think, Ayo?
That was beautiful.
Hey,
That was it. I can't follow up with that. That was like "We Are the World" song right there. All caught up, motherfucker.
we are the world in everything that we do. I don't even know what to. But anyway, so moving along, the Bazaar of New Mexico. Nothing says a dream home like concrete, canned beans, and paranoia. Underground bunker real estate listings. Yes, actual apocalypse bunkers are popping up in New Mexico. Land ads on Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist, even fucking, what is it, eBay and shit like that? I don't know.
Wild. There's some wild there. Well, I guess the country bunker's paying off there, folks. There, hell. Come on, Jed. Let's get the beans and everything in between. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm sure that's pretty dope, man. I wonder if they do that on Airbnb, bro. If they were to put that on Airbnb, bro, we could go have a party. We'll record. I'm down. I'm down. Just like camping. You want some corned beans? How about Vienna sausages right now? I'm down. In a bunker. That'd be crazy. Let's blacklight poster that shit up. Get some black lights. You know what I mean? Get some of that. We'll spray some of that good old shit we were talking about there for that glow baseball. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Paintball. Fucking, yeah, get the glow sticks, rip it, throw it all over the walls. Do it like a rave, old school style.
Crash out, crash out, crash out!
You know.
That would be what when you walk into our rave, that's what it would sound
That'd
like.
be wild, but everybody get all drugged out and fucking eat all the fucking food that we're supposed to have for rations and shit. Airbnb would be thrashed. They'd be pissed off.
Homeostasis down 25,000%.
Exactly there. The fucking bro dome is gone. Huh? What happened to the bro dome?
Hey, Viva Los Bro Dome.
That shit be crazy. But there's a lot of bunkers out there like that are still like those. You know what I mean?
They say even the billionaires are making $270 million underground bunkers for when something happens. I don't know.
You guys are crazy. That's the subterranean area.
The ones in New Mexico probably only cost $270, dog. That's going to be pretty, or maybe $27,000 at the most. But I would rather live in the $270 million one than the $27,000 one, because at least you know you'll be alive a couple of days longer before the
fallout,
the radiation seeps underground and gets us anyway. But yeah, so another bizarre thing in New Mexico, if the flyer says healing journey, you better check your wallet. Desert cult rumors and spiritual retreats, exposés, new age groups accused of financial and emotional manipulation. So I guess there's a desert cult going out there saying, hey, we'll take you on a spiritual retreat and give us some money. And don't worry about if we even take you on the trip or not, or whatever the fuck. I don't know what's going on, but yeah.
Welcome to the healing mountain of learning and spiritual enlightenment journey there through the canyon of knowledge.
Susan Sarandon, Scientology.
Susan Sarandon.
Scientology. Yeah, Scientology and Splendor.
And Sherman.
And Sherman Splendor.
Soblansky. This is our
Sherbinsky's haberdasheries. No, I'm just kidding. That reminds me of that
of spiritual healing
house
to the
guest.
mountain
Remember
of
house
Sherpas.
guest? They're all what is that? That shit on your shirt stands for is all faithfulness, godly, and honest. Ooh. Yeah, so these desert cult rumors, I guess if you hear anybody come up to you and be like, hey, you want to join my spiritual retreat, it's very beneficial. It's only going to be beneficial to their own pockets. So
Yeah, hey, guess what? There, you know what I mean? We made you some tea. It's a nice dandelion metal blend there. You know, great for new beginnings.
I ain't never taken no tea from no bitch ever again. Ever.
Whoa, the tea. Don't drink the tea.
Not even if there's a fire.
Fuck that. No tea from none of these beesies.
Yeah, I don't care if she says she wants to love on me, hug on me. Love these nuts. I got a girl already. Leave me alone, bitch. But yeah, so anyway, desert. Let's come up with a cool couple names for if we were to come up with a desert cult or a spiritual retreat. Let's see. So let's come up with a desert cult name real quick. A desert cult.
Yeah, desert cult there.
What was it, like triangular third eye, or what would you say? Third eye triangular.
I don't know.
Third eye triangular sand quest is what I would call it.
Sand quest. They're so stupid.
You just have a
All right. I'd keep it interesting there for sure. I'd call mine the Sand Sherpa Sacred Synchronicity
sanitation.
Inner peace.
Of inner sanitation.
of inner peace.
It'd be like Susan Sarandon's self-sanitation sanctuary of
sewage.
sewage.
In the desert.
In the desert.
In the
we
desert.
have to throw the
sand
in
and cactus and shit. You know what I mean? But really, we just want your bank account number.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
So
we got this little cottage, and there's maybe a hot tub and coyotes. There you go.
So I think after a while, we're going to hear a bunch of...
I can't calm down. I'm going to be indicted. Indicted!
A lot of these little desert quests are going to get ruined by the findings that they're false. But anyway, we
forgot about scorpions.
We are starting our own desert cult, and we are needing funds for a spiritual retreat that we are doing.
Spiritual cleansing
Just kidding.
at the best.
Send the money to YouTube/straindamage/.com.
Cash App there at A Omega.
Violent A is mine.
Violent A.
For sure. But yeah, no, this has
Mega
been
music.
this has been a dope show. I am your host with the most, the grossest uncle, T.O. Val. This is my boy.
A Omega with the funky dope flavor, aka the Funkle, the Drunkle, the Fail, Ayo, the failest of all Ayos in the fail area.
This has been Crash Out the Sitcom, episode 28. It's been a wonderful night. Thanks for crashing out with us. We love you guys. Have a great rest of the week. Honestly, we'll see you for Blunt Kings on Monday morning.
Y'all stay up there. Be blessed. One love.